How do everyone? Yes, it's Liam back with a new video, and this time it's 2025 albums only. I have a nice healthy stack of doom, death, a bit of black metal in there, stuff that's in between that you can't really put a genre on it. And yeah, these are all brand new albums for this year, EPs, that kind of thing. Hopefully you haven't checked these out. I will leave links below to everything I talk about today. And yeah, hope you're all well. Cheers, all that jazz. And yeah, just not fuck about. Let's get straight into it. So the first album is an American kind of like doomy power metal band that I swear my mate Dave got me into this, who comments on my videos from Texas. Wicked dude, always recommends good music, and I swear it was him that recommended this band. This is a US band called Beholder, with their debut full length called In the Temple of the Tyrant. Now a Beholder, I mean, I am a nerd, I love nerdy things, and I don't really know D&D, but I believe that's got something to do with Dungeons and Dragons, hence the name Beholder. That's what that is, hence the weird creature on the cover. So this is kind of like epic doom in the vein of Candlemass, but it's also a bit power metal-y in some regards. I wouldn't say it's power metal though, because I mean, I like power metal to a point, but it's not really my thing. But this has really hit home for me. This is an album I've listened to loads, and I mean, and I'm not exaggerating that. I've listened to this loads. But out through Black Lion Records, which I believe is a Swedish label, quite underground. So not a major label, as it were, but this album is massive. It sounds massive. It is huge. Like, I've known that label to put out more CDs and vinyl, so I was quite surprised when I got this that was the label on it. But anyway, so this is a double-sided album, and if you're a fan of like Solitude Eternus, Candlemass, but also a little bit of Hammerfall in there, because the riffs on here are really solid. This is what sold it for me. So the vocals are really powerful, clean, really epic, kind of like what you would class as maybe epic doom, kind of power metal style singing. There's a few little growls here and there, but I think they're from guest vocalists and stuff like that. But this is mainly clean sun in a more of an epic vein. But the guitar work on this is fucking amazing. The riffs, there's so many good riffs on this album. That's what really sold it for me. Really, really catchy, and it's just really fucking good. Good shreddy solos. There, the boys there. Now, when you look at this, you wouldn't think they're American. I thought they were kind of like a Greek kind of thing. So they've got that kind of European flavour to them, and how they come across. They don't sound like an American band. It's just fucking good. So if you haven't checked it out, I really strongly recommend it. I mean, all the songs in here I love, but the one that got me into the band was, where is it? Draconian Slave or Master. That song, it's just a riff on there with the chorus. It just kind of flowed really nicely for me. So I dug deeper into the album, and I found bands like songs like A Pale Blood Sky. Cheesy title, but the song really hits home. It's very, very catchy. And even the last one, I May, just that kind of sums it up. It's doomy, it's epic, got some wicked solos, a melody. It's got everything you want. So if you like that kind of epic power metal, doom metal, you know, everything on a kind of like, not the like fluffier side, like it's not dark and heavy or anything like that. It's heavy, obviously. It's more of a good fun. It's not so serious. It's epic. If you're a nerd, you'll love this. So yeah, fucking go and check it out. Beholder, really, really good album. Don't be surprised if you see that at my end of year list, if I do one. Now this is the opposite. Now I will admit I blindly bought this out of loyalty to the band, not to follow trends or anything. It's just when you're a collector like I am, and there's something you can get for not much money, you're going to buy it just because you want it. And this I will admit I've struggled with this. I've seen people rave about this and kind of wax lyrical about how amazing and genre defining it is and all that kind of thing, and I don't get that. But then I think it's because I don't understand the music as such, and that is the latest, I think it's like a collab, we'll call it, from Coffin Mulch. So this is Coffin Mulch and Mick Harris. Now Mick Harris obviously is well known for being the former drummer of Napalm Death. I believe I wrote down something. Yeah, he's coined the phrase like blast beat and grindcore. He was like the first dude to say those kind of things. And this is essentially it's him doing the music. So it's a Mick Harris kind of, how do I call this, like a industrial kind of droney style music, using Coffin Mulch music to create this weird dark atmosphere that is really epic and heavy and evil. But for me, I mean, I struggled with this because I had no idea what I was listening to when I got into this. I didn't have any expectations. I didn't actually listen to it before I even bought it. I just went straight in there because I thought the cover looked cool. It wasn't a lot of money, and it was Coffin Mulch. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll have it. You know, Mick Harris, it must be good, you know. And I'm still kind of getting my head around it a little bit. I mean, I've appreciated it more than I first did. Like when I first heard it, I had no clue what was going on. It was very much I didn't expect it to be faster. I expected to have a bit of a groove to it, maybe a bit of a more of a beat. This is very much in the ambient, very dark, very sinister sounding kind of industrial side of music. I mean, I know nothing about industrial side of music, so I don't even pretend I know any what I'm even talking about. But it certainly fucking challenged me, and I know now what I know of him. I imagine he loves the fact that it's going to challenge listeners and really push people. And if they really like it, you'll know they'll like it. You know, you can't pretend to like this. If you like it, you know the kind of style of music. You appreciate the more darker art of music and how it's made, and the kind of outside of the realm of the normal style of making like extreme music. You know, because this is extreme, but it's in a realm that I have no idea what's going on. Like, I don't know how he would have sat there and made these kind of timestamps of music and put it all together into one big sound. It was completely alien to me. I'm a 4/4 dude, kind of death metal guitar player guy. That's all I know. So if you're going to check this out, please obviously do. I obviously leave a link below and you can support the band and check it out for yourselves, and you can make your own opinion of it. But for me, it was very much it was very, very different. And I'll be honest, I don't know how much I'll spin this. It'll probably just sit on the shelf and I'll go, yes, a fucking awesome cover. In like 4 years time, I'll pick it up and remind myself to listen to it again, maybe. But yeah, very, very different. This is certainly completely alien to anything I've ever got or listened to before in this kind of style. So if you are a more knowledgeable person in the industrial extreme realm, obviously let me know below what you think I should maybe check out that might be similar but, you know, more accessible, say. That'd be cool to hear that. But yeah, new Coffin Mulch split with Mick Harris. Go check it out if you'd like to experiment with your music. And then now this one, again, I have no idea where I discovered this or how I heard it. I want to say Spotify recommended it to me, which I know is sacrilege to a lot of people. They won't support that kind of streaming service and that thing. But I have kids. We all use it in the house. It's just one of those things we have. I work in the car a lot. I like to listen to music. I'm not going to take fucking 15, 20 CDs with me. And I know some people do that, which is not a problem. But I like to keep my CDs all pristine. And I'm terrified my car will destroy them. So anyway, this... You can't even listen to this on Spotify, so that's absolutely wrong. I don't know where I heard this actually. But this is an American band called Tubal Cain. No idea how you pronounce it. It's all down there. With Slime Abyss. This is about through Darkness Shall Rise Productions, which is a very cool label. Now this is an American band again, from Wisconsin. Came into the scene in around 2015 with an EP, and this is their second full length from 2025. This is actually a married couple, I think, with another dude involved. So very much an in-house band. It's a couple making some music. Now, the best way to describe this, and honestly, this is fucking brilliant, is if you like bands like King Diamond, Merciful Fate, with a bit of Celtic Frost, it's a pinch of black metal in there as well. And it has very much that very early 90s, late 80s kind of recording sound to it as well. It just flows beautifully. It's very melodic in the guitar riffs. That's why I absolutely adore this. There's some of the riffs on here are absolutely gorgeous. Very much in that King Diamond kind of homage to the vocals as well, with the kind of high-end shrieks. But they're black metal style vocals, kind of, but they're more... They remind me a lot of Merciful Fate, and I think that's why I like it so much. It's got that very much that old school 80s kind of occult rock sound to it as well, and how it comes across. It's very sinister, raw, but it's also fast. It's very heavy. It's just fucking awesome. There's a Labrador just sat by my feet. Hopefully it doesn't knock over that light. So anyway, it's really worth checking out if you haven't checked this out. This is probably going to be on my end of the list, very, very high up, because I've listened to this a boatload, and like I said, you can't stream it, so I don't know where I got this recommended to me or how I discovered it, but it's fucking quality. All I'll tell you that. It is well worth checking out. So if you like your heavy music and you kind of want to hear what I have to say about music, I strongly recommend you check that out, because you will not be disappointed. I'll be amazed if you are, because that first track alone, Slime Abyss and Tomb of the Ancient, all of it is gold, absolute gold. So there's that one there. Now this one, it's been absolutely hot as fuck here recently. Like, as you probably can tell by my build, I am not built for summer. I'm wearing ridiculous oversized hats to keep the sun off me, and I'm not coping with the heat. But this reminds me of winter, and I absolutely love this. Now, this is a really weird album, and I got recommended this by my mate on Instagram. I want to say Paul, but it might be Peter. I know he has a brother. I always get them mixed up. But anyway, the Metal Vault Instagram page, if you know it, dude on there does all these great recommendations, and he does a lot of black metal ones. And I'm a bit out of the loop with new releases, even though I'm doing this video. Some of these I've had for ages. And this is the latest from Italian black metal artist Esperia, with a black medieval winter over the Sibylline Mountains, something like that. Very long title. I think it's in Italian first, then translated below. Now, this is a one-man project. Put out. This is his 8th full-length album. He's been around since '97, and this is his 8th studio album. Now, the reason I checked it out is purely because the cover. It reminded me of every great black metal album you can think of has a dude in corpse paint in the woods with snow. That normally solves it for me. But then when I checked it out and listened to it, it's weird because it's a very stop-start kind of album, and it's got great music on it. Like, if you like the early Emperor, it has that kind of nod to that style. Very atmospheric. It's epically heavy. But what I think people might struggle with is it's very stop and start, because he does a lot of interludes with kind of like, I want to say like medieval Renaissance kind of like little ditties of here, like with little guitars and all that kind of thing. So it sounds like you're like a medieval banquet and that kind of thing, with a jester hopping about and a little band playing while you sit there stuffing your face full of meat. But weirdly, I like that, and I think that's what lured me more and more to listen to this, because I remember listening to this when we were recording the new Consecration album, and all the lads in the car were like, what the fuck are you listening to? And I was like, no, this is great, you must like this, and none of them liked it apart from me. And I still like it. Now, this was pressed through Hammerheart Records, which is a really cool Dutch label. You probably already know that, though. And inside, if I can get it out, the only annoying thing with Hammerheart is they shove 2 vinyls in one sleeve, which always annoys me. But the record has that kind of winter silver icy vibe to it on the vinyl. And I think the insert is just a picture of him again. And it tells us that there's a story behind the album, I believe. I mean, I can't recall it, but you get a little write-up there about it all there, and about the mountains in Italy and that kind of thing. And it's just good fun. I honestly will recommend this. I love this. I really do. I mean, it's just different to what I've been listening to recently, because black metal's been a bit hit and miss this year for me. I haven't really found anything that's really grabbed me apart from this. I mean, I might be forgetting a few, but this one I remember the most, and this is the one I've listened to the most in the kind of black metal realm this year. And it's just great because it's cold, it's icy, as you probably gathered, it's epic, it's atmospheric, all that kind of stuff. So if you like that kind of version of black metal, which I know a lot of them don't like it, they like it fast, furious. It is fast, it's not slow, it has its fast moments, but like I say, the thing I think will trip people up is the kind of stop-start atmosphere of it all, with the little interludes and atmospheric sound bites and the talking bits, all that kind of jazz. That might put a few people off, but go give it a go and see what you think, because it is fucking good. I really like it. So I'm already sweating my tits off, so some beer. Hopefully you can hear the music in the background as well. Really good stuff. Right, this one, I guarantee no one has shown this yet, or even probably spoke about it yet, so I'm very lucky I can do this. So this is some German funeral doom, very much in the vein, if you like bands like Esoteric, maybe a little bit of Disembowelment in there, but very much in the esoteric Ahab, you could probably say as well. That kind of style of funeral doom, you will love this band. So this is the band Lightless, with their, I believe it's their debut full length, yes, called A Foreseen Loss, which was put out through a label I've never heard before, and I can never remember what it's called now. I did write it down. It'll be down there. You don't need me to tell you in person. So this is a band I've known about for a long while. So the chap behind it, where is his name? Christian Engelman, but he's called Dr. Christian Engelman. So I don't know what he's a doctor in, because I know a lot of people can be called a doctor for many things, but he's an intelligent bloke. And he's written some very atmospheric, very claustrophobic doom metal that kind of, you have to be a fan of the genre to get into this. This is not for the faint-hearted or the easy listener going into it like willy-nilly. Like you've got to put your time into this to really appreciate what it's all about, because if you rush into it you won't get it, and you'll get the wrong end of it and you'll skip over the really heavy bits, that kind of thing, you know, because the songs aren't short. I mean, there's only four tracks on this, and it's an album, so you can gather how long it's going to be. And like the very first song is a very long build up. Now, as a musician, I've done that in albums before with my music, where you've done the acoustic bit at the start, and a lot of people don't like that. They like it to be hard hitting to the point, then you add the kind of acoustic bits in there. But with this, it's not really about that. It is about the experience. You're listening to this for the soundscape. You're not listening just for the single. You want the hit, you want the riff. This is the whole thing, you know, if that makes any sense. So what Christian's done here is wrote 4 songs that are very much from start to finish. They all flow beautifully together, but you have to put the time into it to really appreciate it. Comes on a, I think, cassette as well as CD. There is the band there. Now I have the EP that came out, I think, in 2022, which Christian reached out to me ages ago now, obviously, to talk about, and he reached out to me again to talk about this and see what I thought before he sent me a copy, because he's not stupid. He understands that a lot of people won't get into this. You know, you have to be a fan of Doom. He's not just throwing this out there and hoping to win like Metal Hammer of the Year award or that kind of thing. This is very much a passion project. And it's great. I really, really enjoy it. There's only 100 copies, so I will leave a link below where you can buy it. Hopefully I'll find all that. You can definitely go support him, because Christian's a top dude. Really, really nice to talk to him. So if you like your Doom, your funeral Doom, and you like it epically heavy, because the guitar tone on this and his vocals are fucking sick. I will say that now. If you like your growls and your detuned guitars, boom, go check this out. So yeah, Lightless, a foreseen loss. Right, next one is some friends of mine. I'm very grateful to have this as a band I can call a friend band that I've hanged out with in the past, and they make wicked music. And again, this is a fucking massive step up from their last album. So this is the Spanish band Jade, with their latest album called Mysteries of a Flowery Dream, put out through Pulverized Records. I think the last album was as well as a split they did last year with fellow Spanish Death Doom giants, Sanctuarium, something like that. So Jade, even though the band name is a bit like, you know, over here it means so many different things. Like there's a celebrity called Jade, that's why I always find it funny when people talk about it, because I always remind me of her. But what this band is a blackened death metal band with a very much a kind of doomy atmosphere thrown into it. They're very melodic, very much mid-paced to fast-paced. They've always had fucking brilliant drummers, and the musicianship on there is superb as well. John, the singer, incorporates 2 styles. He has a kind of growly death metal vocal style, and like a shouty, reverberated, like delay vocal. He kind of chucks up for shouting parts. It kind of gives us this weird atmosphere and a more uniqueness to the song. So you get your death growls, but you're not bored by just that one same pitch. He kind of varies it in style. So that's really fucking cool. This is different from the last one, because the first album was more melodic, a bit more, not as dark as this one, I would say. This is very much, they've moved into more of a black metal realm with where they're going in their sound and style. They were more, you could kind of say Death Doom a little bit on the last one, whereas this is more of a blackened death metal with a really eerie, sinister kind of vibe to it. Vinyl looks like icy kind of blue again. But what I was very surprised when I found this out, I don't think I'll be able to find it on this video, but in the notes, it was on this side, wasn't it? Yeah, consecration, there it is, yeah. Consecration is mentioned in the thank yous there, if you can read that, which was really fucking good. So thank you, John. I did not know they'd done that. So very proud that a band I'm in from Norwich are fucking getting mentioned by Spanish bands, but we have played a gig with these guys and they're fucking amazing. So thank you, John, for that. But go support the band. I will leave a Bandcamp link below, or if you can get it from Pulverized Records, obviously do there. But like, they have both albums on vinyl on the Bandcamp, as well as that split, which is brilliant. And John's a top dude, he'll give you a little note. He even gave me this fucking t-shirt I'm wearing now. I've got 2 Jade t-shirts now, so quite proud to support friends, bands. They're fucking awesome as well, which always helps. So yeah, new album from Jade. It's a fucking corker, so go check that one out. Brilliant album. I wasn't surprised it was, to be fair. Now, another band I've been a long time fan since they've started out is this band. This is a Dutch band. This is the new album from Graceless with Icons of Ruin, put out through Listenable Records, which was good because they used to be on a Dutch label, Dawnbreed Records, and it was incredibly expensive to grab hold of their albums and very hard to get the represses because obviously they could only do so many with the money involved. Whereas being on a bigger label like Listenable Records, they've repressed their whole catalogue, so you can get all their albums now for like nothing now. You go on Amazon, eBay, anywhere you can buy them, which is great because they're a really good band and need to be followed by many people. So this is Death Doom, but in the more Dutch vein. So if you like your bands like Bolt Thrower, there's a pinch of Bolt Thrower in there. If you like Asphyx, it's got those Asphyx vibes in there. Benediction vibes a little bit in there as well, I would say. But this new album from them is very much more darker, chuggier. It's got more of a dark atmosphere to it. A lot of them were more, they're heavy, but they had some very doomy parts, but they were melodic in some parts as well. Whereas this is very dark, evil, very mid-paced. There's some really doomy sections here and here as well. And then some songs just sit on a really like Night of the Slain. That's just chug pretty much through the whole song, but it's got the double kick, so it's got that Bolt Throw vibe. It's just good, fucking good. I mean, I heard some people say it's a bit flat, but it depends what you're going for, because to me it's just darker and more sinister and just chuggier. So the inlay is this nice bit of card there with a picture of the lads there and lyrics, and I think yeah, it is a weird splat kind of thing. Vinyl looks like that. So yeah, this is their 4th full length as well. So like I say, if you want to support the band, you can buy all their albums now from Amazon, eBay. You can find them anywhere really easily now. So go get on it, go support the lads. They are a fucking cool band. I will leave a link to their Bandcamp as well, so you can go and buy their merch, because they do some really cool t-shirts. I have one of their t-shirts. So yeah, Graceless, top fucking dudes. Now this one is another album, a band I've followed for a little while now, and I like them because they're always so different. And this album I didn't think I was going to like so much when I first heard it, but the more I've listened to it and the more I got into it, it's like I say, you spend the time with a band, you can appreciate them more if you like it, you know. And that is the latest from In the Woods with Otra, I think it's pronounced, put out through Prophecy Records. This is a Norwegian avant-garde kind of black metal band, but they're not really black metal anymore. They have obviously elements of black metal in a lot of their work, but I wouldn't call them a black metal band straight away. They are very avant-garde. They remind me a little bit of Opeth with how their song structures are, because a lot of them are kind of like, you could almost say poppy in the singing style, but there's obviously guitar work under there, so it's almost like it's got a rock, but it's metal, and then it's a bit progressive in the song structures, and then you've got these blast beats and black metal vocal style comes in, and they've always been a bit of a weird band. Like the first album is straight up black metal, but it's avant-garde, it's got weirdness to it. And then they went to a British singer, I forget his name, for 2 albums that I have, and it's very much epic, a little bit doomy, but it's black metal as well, but not. And this is the same kind of formula. It's got some gorgeous songs on there, but they're like singy songs, and I found myself singing along to them after I listened to them several times, and it just really sunk in. So I was like, I need to have this. I was going to buy it anyway, but it's just a really fucking good band. I mean, they've been around since '91, and this is their 7th full-length album. I think the drummer Anders is the only original member left, and he's played in like Carpathian Forest, Blood Red Throne, Green Carnation, if you know that band. You know, so very much rooted in the extreme black and death metal realm, musician wise, but this isn't really that. It's very much a very different, very out there kind of thing. Like I mentioned about that Coffin Mulch one, I had no idea what it's about. I know what this is about, but I can't really put it into words of what specific subgenres it fits into. So it goes into loads of different little pockets of metal, which is great. So if you want something different, you don't want your generic kind of black metal, your generic death metal, give this a go and see what you think, because I really, really like this album. It's really good to listen to. So yeah, In the Woods. Now, lastly, is a UK new death metal band. I haven't spoken about a UK band at all this year, have I? No, it's a lie. Every single new release has been pretty much UK death metal, bar these ones I've just showed you today, which has been really, really cool. So this is another new one. I'll have to credit Mark G with C, but he's not called that anymore. He's called The Bowels of Retribution, something like that. I'll leave a link to his channel above. Everyone knows Mark, but you might not know he's changed his channel name. Which is I've always thought about doing that, because I always think mine's really stupid, but I can't be asked. But anyway, this band is a band out of Nottingham. I don't recall any other death metal bands out of Nottingham at the moment. Not really a good scene for me personally when I've been there. But anyway, Liquified with Chapters of Cruelty. This is fucking solid, absolutely solid. Cassette looks really cool. So these boys bring kind of like a groovy Pantera-esque kind of groove style to their death metal. They are a brutal death metal band, I guess you would call it, but it's a lot of groovy chunkiness to it. Like my wife. But it's just fucking heavy. It's really heavy. Young lads there, look at them there. Tell me you're in a death metal band with your band photo. They always stand like that, don't they? No idea why. But it's just good fun. I mean, it's 5 tracks, yeah, for an EP, which I think is really good. Gives you a nice little broad range of the band, not just 2 fucking tracks and here's 10 quid for a tape. You get your money's worth for this. So I can't recall it selling out, but I might be wrong now, because I know a lot of people have shown this, because it's I think it's also on CD, but again I could be dead wrong. But this is fucking, it goes. It's good fun. It's solid. These guys will go on to do cool things as well. This is just a taster of it. This is their debut. They only formed last year, so to get in there quick, follow the band, and then see how they grow. Because I always remember when Celestial Sanctuary started out, no one knew who they were, and Thomas did like a really shitty EP that was okay. Did one album, blew up. Did the second album, toured all over the place, and now they're fucking Download Festival. Every festival you can think of now. So yeah, UK bands do grow very quickly if you don't, if you keep your eye on them, you can watch them grow. So yeah, Liquified might be one of those. So yeah, that's it. That is it for me. 2025 albums, go check them out. Cheers. I'll speak to you guys in the comment section.